Hello everybody and welcome to episode 27, Crack Peg. I'm your host, Andro6657. Alright guys, I just first of all want to give a shout out to my good friends. So a couple guys who watch the show, Aaron and Eddie. Eddie's a really big Superman fan, so I went ahead and I got my Superman shirt on, I grabbed my Superman coffee cup, and just want to give a big shout out to Eddie because he does a lot for the show. He sends me some cool stuff. Make sure y'all guys get to check out some cool things. So, hope you're having a super day, Eddie. Alright guys, let's going to go ahead and get to our top 5 list. And I asked you guys on my Facebook page, how many of you guys, or what characters do you guys like that have made a recent comeback? And a lot of things have made a resurgence from the 90s. And, just going to go ahead and talk a little about those. And mostly the action figures that came with these toys, but we'll see what happens. All right, number 5, the Transformers. I know, right? You're thinking about those crappy movies made by Michael Bay with the reused footage and that kid from Boy Meets World. No. Talk about the original cartoon Transformers. Now they did bring it back and did whatever they did with it. But huge fan of Transformers growing up when I was a kid. Had a lot of Transformers and actually had a lot of the mini Transformers. I don't know if it was because they cost less and my parents bought them more or they came in a couple of packs, but they had a couple of not micro machines, but that's a whole nother story. They were a micro Transformer. I gave all of them to my little sister who is a huge Transformer fan. She actually cried when Optimus Prime died. And when he came back to life, I guess she started worshiping him. Now that he's some kind of Optimus Prime zombie, I guess. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie. I got halfway through the first one and I was like, forget this. I mean, I really don't like movies that, are all action. And I like movies with dialogue. And since there was no dialogue in the second half of the first Transformers movie, that's why I ended up turning it off. But I mean, besides that and references to self-pleasurization, him and his race car, and then you had Megan Fox to the whole thing. It was really ridiculous. Alright guys, number 4 on the list is going to be G.I. Joe. Now I know G.I. Joe started in the late 60s, but there was a resurgence of G.I. Joe in the 80s. And it came with a cartoon show called G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero. Now recently, they've come out with a G.I. Joe movie. Live action movie that is, and a whole new set of toys to go with it. And I actually have this really ridiculous G.I. Joe toy with cartoon sounds. I'm like, really, G.I. Joe? Really, Snake Eyes? That's all you have? I don't know. I could play with this all day anyways. Well, I guess Snake Eyes listens to Chinese music on his iPod. Whatever. Anyways, so they have made a resurgence as of late, and I think The Rock's going to be in the next movie as Who Cares? Because nobody cares. But whatever. That's The Rock for you. Or excuse me, Dwayne. Number 3 on our list is Batman. Now, personally, I don't know where Batman ever went away, and this was an option that you guys added to the list, and a couple people got behind this Batman movie, but I never, as hard as we try to get rid of Batman, he always comes back. I mean, but there's only so much you can take of a guy moping around and crying about his dead parents. I'm just like, we get it, Batman. You're dark. You're brooding. You're dressed like a bat. I know recently we've had the new Batman movies, which, granted, The Dark Knight Rises is probably one of the better movies I've seen in my lifetime. But you compare that to the 1960s Batman movie or TV show that they did make a movie out of with Adam Quest and Burt, whoever, and anyways, I always thought Batman and Robin, you know, friendship is deep. But what Batman and Robin has, that's real deep. But anyways, combo breaker time. Finally, we can get off the subject of Batman. Combo breaker 1 will be Voltron. That's right, you guys wanted Voltron, and I actually have a cool Voltron toy. Now, he's not the cat Voltron. He's the other Voltron with trucks and machines and I think there's trains and helicopter, airplane stuff that goes on him. Anyways, I got this from my godmother. I was probably about 5 years old. Probably the last time I seen her. And I went ahead and held on to this. It is the original, not a reproduction. Doesn't have all the pieces. There's a lot of stuff broken off of it. But I don't know. I probably won't ever fix it. I just keep it like this, even though I could fix it if I wanted to. But anyways, Voltron combo breaker. Combo breaker number 2, Rainbow Bright. Now, friends, but Rainbow Bright into this category and are on my list. And where do you start with Rainbow Bright? Rainbow Bright, really? Anyways, alright guys, number 2, Sailor Moon. Now, huge Sailor Moon fan myself. I won't tell you how old I was, but I remember when the cartoon came to America. My friend Clint had showed me a couple of the shows of it that were the Japanese version, and we even played the Japanese Sailor Moon video game on the Super Famicom at his house too. But which is a cool ROM too. You should get that. It's a pretty fun game to play. But anyways, they bring it to America. They changed Sailor Moon's name from is it Usagi to, or, I don't remember. And anyways, changed her name to Serena, and she had all her Sailor Moon friends, and it was a pretty cool show. I mean, basically it was a alien was trying to suck energy out of the Earth, so Sailor Moon had to kill them. And every once in a while, there was her boyfriend, who was the same guy that she was always friends with, and he dressed in a tuxedo, and he threw steel roses at her. And apparently she thought that was some pretty romantic stuff. But a note to you guys out there, throw roses at women. They like it. But as for Sailor Moon, she was pretty successful in defeating, I think, just about anybody who tried to steal the Earth's power. Except for Barack Obama and George W. Bush. They're probably going to beat Sailor Moon one day. And here's some Sailor Moon dolls. Yes, Serena and Sailor Mini Moon, or Chibi Yusa, or Rini, whatever you want to call her. Number 1 on the list, Lion-O and the Thundercats. That's right, guys. Now I know they made a brand new Thundercats cartoon. And I saw the new Lion-O compared to the old Lion-O, and I am not watching that cartoon. I don't know what kind of armor Lion-O has on, but it is like way too much. He doesn't have boots on, and he looks kind of like a emo teenager of some kind. It looks horrible. I mean, Tigra has some pretty cool design on him, on his new design. And Chitara just looks like a Thundercats. Yeah, that's what Chitara looks like. So, they might have ruined everybody else, but Tiger was alright. I do like the new remakes that they made of the classic. Didn't get a chance to pick those up. Maybe get them pretty soon, but as for now, just got the original Lion-O, and you can probably kick the new Lion-O's butt. But anyways, the guy who did not the guy who was going to buy this Brock Lesnar from me never paid me, so I'm going to go ahead and stick him back up on auction. I'm also making another Eddie Guerrero. This one has green pants. The first one I made was red pants. And the greatest action figure that has ever lived, Austin Aries Rumbler, right there. You seen him first here. The coolest stuff, right here on Andro 6657's Cracked Peg channel. First time I've ever made a TNA Rumbler. Right there. I did make Sting, but he was Surfer Sting, so that was WCW. Not TNA. So. Don't forget, we still got the contest going on. You can win this Hulk Hogan Rumbler, or you could also pick Spider-Man if you want him. The original Golden Age Spider-Man design by me, or you could get the red Razor Ramon action figure too, if you want. Whichever toy you want. And don't forget to get in on this. The contest is open to everybody. Friends, family, your people who don't even watch the show, just tell them to send me an email. They will automatically be entered. Get 3 emails. Send me 3 emails. And you'll get in the contest 3 times. I don't care. But anyways, been loving the cool stuff that people have been telling me that they like about the show. Hopefully I'm doing more of that on the show. There you go. But anyways, thanks everybody for watching the show. I guess that's all the time we have for today, because there's nothing else to talk about. But don't forget, holla at your boy. Customize every single one of your toys. I want to see a whole bunch of customized toys on the internet. That's all I want to see. Cool stuff. Laters.